season. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Go. Number 53, Mike 53. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning the turn.
They hand it off to Portis, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Portis. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
30 base. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Right back to him on 1st down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front three, your front four, your front five, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help, because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Nicholson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This one taken from the 7. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for, is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. From the 30 on 2nd down. Wentz, rush coming, and he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Now a draw play. It's Portis. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now a carry for Portis. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. We'll look now at our starting defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve, because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. Got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And he connects with Ertz. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He'll tuck it and run. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. On the toss, this is Clinton Portis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole... A lot of toughness. You've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Nicholson. And he comes back with one complete. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. On 1st and 10, Nicholson, the completion to Riddick. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Get to the ball! Get to the ball!
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Pilot, 64, weak grip.
Off the play fake, Nicholson. He finds Riddick, complete.
Break. 56, Mike, 56. Here we go. 5.
On 1st down, Nicholson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Giants are going to jump back in front.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spanned 75 yards. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down. Out at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Man open. It's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Working from the gun. Wentz. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Wentz throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hammond. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Wentz now to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run with Edwards. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point up and through. And the lead is now 14-10. And New York set to take the field. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
50, play. Check 56. Back up.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game. And they reacted poorly on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Watch a slack, watch a slack.
On to give, here's Portis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw is Wentz. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
But that's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
To throw on 2nd down. Nicholson. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23. First.
Ready. 15, line. 15, line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nicholson And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now Wentz. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Yeah. Hold on.
On first down, Edwards. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. A gain of 3, second down. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20. Seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Ready? Check 59. Watch the screen.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
It's a game of 2.
So we have reached half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
With the score, Eagles.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with us. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nicholson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Match box
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Watch the pass. Two-jet bomber.
Off play action. Nicholson finds his tight end Ingram. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there, with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. Doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On play action, Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We call that sack block.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere you looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. Off the play fake. Nicholson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw on third down, Nicholson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. They go play action here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Looking to throw. Nicholson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Harold Landry in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Wentz to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times.
After review of the play.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
To throw on second down. Nicholson. Completes it to Hardman. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Mecole Hardman, an 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yard. That puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Wentz will try again on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Now Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Bravo!
Throwing on 1st down. Nicholson, wide open receiver, complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
Well, that was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And he connects with Ertz. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get the 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Wentz now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. This pass complete. Wentz to Ertz. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wentz got his man complete over the middle. It's Hammond, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it here with Portis. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To throw, it's Wentz. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Again, it's Wentz. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Taywan Taylor, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Goodwin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. From the gun on 3rd down, Nicholson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. Back to throw. Nicholson eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Nicholson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Nicholson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. Try to